Autumn, the season of fading lights. When the air turns crisp, the nights grow longer, and something ancient seems to awaken beneath the fallen leaves. For many, fall means comfort, warm drinks, pumpkins, and Halloween. But for others, it's a time when the veil between our world and the next grows thin. Tonight, we'll explore four true horror stories that happens during the fall, each one verified through local reports, witness accounts, and chilling evidence that still can't be explained. So, dim the lights, because these are four scary true fallen stories that will haunt your dreams. In a small town in Vermont, there is a stretch of forest known by local as Hollow Road. Each year, as the first leaves begin to fall, drivers report strange sighings. A pale figure walking along the roadside, always barefoot, always staring. In October of 1997, a man named Elliot Crane, a delivery driver, vanished on that route. His truck was found the next morning, doors locked, headlights still on, and the driver's seat covered in damp leaves from inside the cab. Search teams combed the woods for days, nothing. Until a week later, hikers discovered a shoe buried beneath a tree that had fallen decades earlier. The shoe matched Elliot's size. Inside, it was a single tooth. Locals believe the forest reclaims what once belonged to it. Some claim they still hear footsteps in the leaves at night. And when the wind blows from the north, they say you can hear Elliot whispers, "Don't come closer." But what really happened that night? Was it a tragic accident or something older, something watching the road each fall? In rural Illinois, a farmer named Henry McCall owned a large pumpkin field, a picturesque spot visited by families every October. But in 2003, the harvest season turned into a nightmare. Workers began reporting strange sounds in the fields, whispers that seemed to come from beneath the soil. At first, Henley dismissed it, the wind, he thought. But one night, he followed the sound. He found freshly dug holes among the pumpkins, and inside them, tiny bundles wrapped in burlap. Each one contained fragments of bones and locks of human hair. Authorities investigated, but no graves were found nearby. No missing persons connected to the discovery. The case was quietly closed. Years later, the land was sold. New owners reported that pumpkins would rot overnight, turning black under a full moon, and if you listen closely, the soil still whispers. What if the land remembers? What if autumn isn't the season of death, but the season of awakening? In 2015, three college students from Oregon went camping in Cascade Mountains. They planned a short weekend trip just before the winter snow closed the trails. But on their second night, they discovered something not marked on any map. A small wooden cabin standing in perfect condition, surrounded by untouched snow. They assumed it was an old ranger's station. Inside, the air smelled of pine and smoke. A fire still burned in the fireplace, but no one was there. They found photos on the mantel, black and white portraits of people are smiling, each one wearing their clothes. When they fled, one student glanced back and saw a figure in the window wearing his exact jacket. The next morning, the cabin was gone. Rangers later confirmed there are no structures in that area. The students never returned to the woods, but one of them posted online years later, claiming that every November a new photograph appears on his doorstep, aged and faded, and always showing him standing in front of the cabin. Could this be a mass hysteria, a shared hallucination, or did they truly stumble into something beyond time, a place that doesn't exist except when the season change? On Halloween night 1991, in a quiet Ohio suburb, families enjoyed the usual festivities, costumes, candy, and laughter echoing through the streets. But one house at the end of Bedford Lane would never celebrate again. A couple reported that late in the night, after they had turned off their porch light, someone knocked on the door. Standing there was a child in a tattered scarecrow costume. No parents, no voice, just silence. They offered candy anyway, but the child only titled its head, then walked away. Moments later, they realized there were muddy footprints leading into the house, not out. Police later searched the area. No missing children were reported, and yet, every year since neighbors swear they see the same scarecrow child, standing beneath the street light, motionless. One homeowner set up a camera in 2018 at exactly midnight. The footage went dark for 5 seconds. When it returned, the scarecrow was standing right in front of the lens. Its burlap mask was smiling. Is it just an urban legend born from Halloween fear or something else? Something that visits each fall, waiting for someone to open the door. Autumn is beautiful, but beauty often hides decay. The season reminds us that everything ends, that what sleeps beneath the surface might neither stay buried forever. For stories, for truth, and one question that remains. What if fall isn't the time where nature dies, but when it wakes up? So the next time you hear the leaves crunch behind you, don't be too quick to turn around. Some things only move when you're not looking. If you made it this far, you're brave. Which story unsettled you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy real horror stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because more true stories are coming soon. Stay curious and stay in the light.